The shooting happened in broad daylight yesterday afternoon, and there were plenty of witnesses, so police tell us that they are very busy right now doing interviews, trying to pinpoint who pulled the trigger. School administrators say that they're handling these issues the best way that they can right now. They already have a plan of action in place, but they say new funding is definitely necessary if there's going to be major change. The judge gave him the 18-month maximum sentence on a plea agreement, but it didn't seem to bring closure to his local victim. Now, the crash is still under investigation, but right now it is believed to be the officer's fault. The store owner caught one of the women stealing hair extensions like this one right here on surveillance video, and that's when he ran out into the parking lot. Those women were already in a vehicle, but he reached in and he grabbed one of their purses, and he was able to retrieve one package of hair extensions. The safe contained his entire life savings and valuables, but most importantly, he says paperwork and documents that he needs for a special needs son. The suspect's name is Craig Dockery, and he's 25 years old and he's from South Bend. At this point, he is going to be charged with 1 count of attempted murder and 3 counts of criminal recklessness. And police plan on making other arrests, but they're having a tough time with the close to 40 witnesses cooperating. They are saying it is suspicious because there was accelerants found inside the home that could have been used to start this blaze. Detectives with Elkhart City's homicide unit are doing interviews, and they're looking for anyone with information that might help lead to an arrest of who shot and killed Eddie Johnson. Police say that the suspect traveled busy highway roads to also winding rural roads. Well, Jesse, police and Hunter's family tell me that the young man may never walk again. He's paralyzed from his chest down. And the woman's family says that she did suffer a gunshot wound to her head. She was driving that car as she was trying to flee out of this area. Now, I did confirm with police they found over 12 casings behind this apartment complex, and they say that those bullets came from 2 different types of guns. And we caught up with one of the witnesses just a few minutes ago, and let's hear what she had to say.
Them are innocent kids. What if one of them kids, what if all our kids was out here? You know what I'm saying? I feel like if they wanted to really fight, they didn't have to bring no guns to no situation. It's too many kids that live out here, you know.
Now, the police say they're not sure whether or not she did suffer a gunshot wound. They weren't sure whether or not it was maybe a fragment of the bullet or maybe it was glass from her back window.
We got here about 11, and we walked clear to St. Joe High School.
Sally and her friend Mary are in their 70s, and they decided to spend part of their 4th of July holiday walking at the East Race.
And this is one of our favorite. We've never had a problem before.
That is until today.
And we were heading back, and when we got by those steps over there, he jumped out.
They say a white man in his 30s was totally naked and lunged towards them, grabbing their backsides.
You know, he just jumped out, was scared us because he had no clothes on. And she and I both kind of yelled, and then he grabbed at me, and I started screaming and took off running, and he just sort of smirked.
Sally called 911 immediately. Minutes later, the police arrived.
He was last seen going north along the East Race.
He had something wrapped around his head, and it was like a cloth, and I think that was his shorts. Because he had nothing in his hand, and next thing I know, he's putting shorts on.
Within minutes, police stopped 2 men who matched the description.
We've got a guy stopped and wants you guys to look at, so
Okay.
I want you to jump in my car and we'll run down.
Oh.
We've been out here for about 45 minutes looking for the suspect.
That kid's too thin. I don't think that was him.
Okay.
Lieutenant Galea says this is the 4th time in 2 weeks that this nude man has been spotted here jumping out at people.
This is the first report of him actually assaulting or touching a female.
All of the victims have reacted the same way.
I took off running, which you would naturally do. I was scared to death.
Now, police have beefed up patrols down here at the East Race, both in squad car and on bike. They say if they catch this guy, he will likely be charged with indecency and assault because of today's activities. Reporting live in South Bend, Judi Lykowski, ABC 57 News.
Judy, what is going on over there?
Well, Brian, the tenant is 59 years old, and he's a military veteran, but his flag of choice might catch you off guard. It's not the American flag. Instead, it's the National Socialist flag, better known to many as the Nazi flag. And it's causing so much debate here that management told him to take it down.
My baby, yeah, his name is Bird. He's the sweetest thing in the world to me.
Dale Duncan and his bird named, well, Bird, don't make much noise at the Walnut Trails apartment complex where he's lived for the past year. But his flag of choice, on the other hand, created so much noise, the two almost got ousted.
Well, I didn't know they were going to renew my lease.
But they did just recently, after he agreed to take his National Socialist flag inside and keep it there.
I told the woman at the office, they can't fly my flag. Why should they fly theirs?
And they agreed. There's already a rule here. No flags, no banners.
Actually, nobody supposed to fly flags in Walnut Trails.
They want it to be their home, so how can it be your home if you can't have anything on your balcony?
A quick check around the apartment grounds and we saw many different flags and banners on patios and balconies. So we went here to the leasing office to find out why those are allowed and if there is in fact a rule banning tenants from hanging anything outside. They did not want to talk on camera, but they did show me this rule and regulation notice, and they said they will be checking the grounds to make sure that all of their tenants are in compliance.
Well, I think it's more of a mess across the street because she has a whole lot of stuff in there.
But for time being, he'll let management handle this. No flag flying here. And he'll be focusing on another battle.
Well, I'm running for mayor in 2015 on a write-in candidacy.
If he wins mayor, you might have guessed what his platform will be.
They can fly whatever they wish, as long as I can fly mine. A lot of people don't like my flag. Whoopee.
And it looks like he may have his first supporter.
Well, it's his right of speech.
With the 4th of July right around the corner, Duncan says if he sees just one American flag out here, well, he will likely be unwinding his flag and hoisting it up. Reporting live in Elkhart, Judi Lykowski, ABC 57 News.
Anymore now.
Gloria Chubb, a retired nurse, is disgusted by what she served up at the dinner table for her and her son.
It was meatloaf, mashed potatoes, gravy, and green beans.
It was what was in the can of the Meyer green beans that made them both lose their appetite.
My son put some on his plate and he says, "What is that?" I thought it was maybe a piece of moldy bacon or something, because I have bacon on them sometimes. I had it on my hand. Just trying to figure out what it was. And I took it out of there and it wasn't moldy bacon, it was a toad. With parts of his little legs all in the green beans. Other than that, he was fully intact.
You heard her right. These are the pictures taken of that toad by the St. Joseph County Health Department. Gloria alerted the health department because she says she wants to warn others who may be in a rush preparing dinner like she was that day.
I didn't see it when I dumped it. I didn't see it at all until after I cooked it in the microwave. Oh my God, that's a frog. I was sick. I mean, absolutely nauseated for 2 days. And I don't think I'll have green beans anytime soon.
In fact, Gloria took all of her unopened cans of green beans from Myers back here to the Grape Road store, and they gave her a refund. And she took the one questionable can along with the toad to the health department. Rita Hooten, the food service director at the St. Joseph County Health Department, said the next step was to send the toad and the can down to the Indiana State Department of Health.
They do the investigation since it's a wholesale manufactured product.
The Indiana State Department of Health concluded the toad was processed along with the food at the canning plant in Wisconsin.
When the green beans were picked from the field, it was also placed on in the conveyor line and just accidentally got put into the can of green beans during process.
I don't know how they didn't see it. I wonder if it's the only one.
The consumer specialist who compiled this report in Indy says it likely isn't. He says factory canning is a fast-paced business, sometime moving 300 cans through per minute. Last week, Gloria got an apology letter from the canning company along with $50. As for Meyer, they sent us this statement via email that reads, "We sincerely regret this customer's experience, and we are in the process of investigating the incident."
I think they should come up with a better way of inspecting and canning vegetables. I mean, anything can happen, you know, but a whole frog?
Reporting live in downtown South Bend, Michigan City, in Elkhart County, Wakarusa, in the newsroom, in Granger, in Stark County, in Rochester, in Goshen, reporting live in Mishawaka, reporting in Cass County, reporting live in Elkhart County, Judi Lykowski, ABC 57 News.